doesn't want me to say that on air because it's all unionized, so you might get in trouble. Welcome back to Yogaxpress, your virtual stretch clinic that helps you move the body to still the mind. My name is Banu Suresh. I'm your host for this program. And I would like to remind you of a few things. This program, Yogaxpress, is filmed in the studios of Manhattan Neighborhood Network. We air 5 times a week, Monday through Friday, 1:30 in the afternoon Eastern Time on Time Warner 57, RCN 84, and FiOS 35. We have a lot of help for you. Besides this yoga fitness program, we have a website, yogaxpress.com, and a blog, yogaxpress.blogspot.com. That's YOGAXPRESS. In addition, we also have a fridge magnet with a very simple ailment-specific sequence. We have a postcard with the same sequence, 48 plus, that targets 8 common ailments by stretching and refreshing 32 major muscle groups, glands, and organs in under 20 minutes a day once you know the sequence. And we have a book called Yoga Secrets. It has 10 ailment-specific cards, combats 8 ailments. So there are 8 cards for the 8 ailments and 2 cards for the instructions for the postures. We also have, to help you, we have someone very special here with us, David Teitel, who's back with us 3 episodes in a row, and we really appreciate that, David, you're back with us again. So, David, tell us a little more. I know you went home feeling totally charged 2 days ago when we did the sun salutation. We did the back bends yesterday, and I noticed that you were very flexible, very comfortable, and I did warn our viewers not to get too deep or try to get as deep as you. And today we're going to do forward folds.
Okay.
So is there any advice you want to give our viewers? How did you feel? And how do you feel when you leave the studios here, when you finish stretching or when you leave a yoga class?
After doing these stretches or leaving a yoga class, I feel a lot more alive. I feel thoroughly refreshed, and it feels good to do these stretches.
Right.
And
you feel like you have 48 hours in a day instead of 24.
Yeah, exactly.
As a student, you're in high school, right? So as a high school student, all you have to do is keep stretching, and then you have the extra hours for your homework if you have them. You wish,
I'd
right?
like to think so.
No. But I know what you mean. You feel more alert for a longer period,
right,
for longer periods of time.
And
right?
focused.
And more focus, exactly. That's a wonderful point. Focus, it's all about focus, especially when we take you through, and we're not going to do that today. Today we're going to do forward folds. When we take you through balance postures, and I'm sure, David, you've experienced this, I find for me, especially in the balance postures, if I focus at one point in front of me that doesn't move, I get a little better.
Yeah.
That itself helps us focus. And when we stretch, just for you, David and I are going to do a few more stretches today. When we stretch, with every breath, every exhale. In forward folds, it's always exhale. Back bends, it's inhale. So inhale up, exhale down. There's certain tips that we try and follow. But with every posture, with every exhale, with every breathing technique or stretching technique, we are trying to stay very focused, and we're trying to focus on the inside. We're trying to keep our thoughts together. And that's what leads to meditation. You start narrowing your thoughts from multiple thoughts, come down to one, and then suddenly having a bit of a vacuum. I'm not talking about cranial vacuum. We're talking about having a vacuum of thoughts. You don't want thoughts interrupting your meditative state. So you want all the thoughts you want your mind to be empty of all thoughts so that you can focus on the inside, on what's inside of us. David, I was just very curious. I wanted to ask you this yesterday and I totally forgot. What do you think about the spiritual aspect of yoga? Do you think that's something that, we should be teaching our viewers on air, or is it more private? Or how do you try to address that when you go home? Do you
No, I personally, I see it more as physical.
Physical exercise.
I feel like if you're gonna be spiritual,
Right.
it's on your terms, it's your views type of thing.
That's right. It's a very personal experience, right?
Right.
That's why we don't go too much into the spiritual side, but it's nice for viewers to know that if you want to, once you take care of your body feels nice and fresh and young and healthful. You know that it will help take you to spiritual levels if you want it to. But if you want to stay at the physical level like we're doing on this program, that's fine too. We're going to take you through a few forward folds. Let's stand up. I'm going to start with this, David. Checked off, the ones we checked off. So about 8 to 10. There are a lot more forward folds, but some of them we're going to skip today because we already repeated them yesterday and the day before. Heels together. We're going to take you through a posture called Pada Hasta. In order to do Pada is foot, Hasta is hands. It's hands to feet. In order to do that, you also have to raise your arms. So it's really two postures in one. Heels together, toes apart, palms in front of your chest. So palms are together, elbows are raised. Namaskar. So you already have another third one. Namaskar posture, Namaskar Asana. Inhale, the arms up. Inhale, when you're all the way up, take your biceps close to your ears. Now, we're going to exhale, fold from the hip with a nice straight back. Exhale and fold. Notice it's just my fingers that can get to my toes. David has half his palm almost on the floor, and actually, David, just hold that. Now, in this posture, the idea in folding over, again, you notice from 2 days ago, what happens when you do a full forward fold, the whole back of your body gets a beautiful stretch. So David should feel a wonderful stretch in his spinal extensors. So the vertebrae in the back of his body gets a beautiful release. He also feels a beautiful stretch in his hamstrings and sciatic nerves. David, I'm sure you're feeling that?
Yep.
You feeling? Good. And when he stretches totally like this, he's exhaling. So with every exhale, you go deeper and deeper into the posture. The idea is, in this particular episode, it's about forward folds. But also, when you fold over this way, not only do you get a release in the back of your body, you feel a wonderful compression of your lower abdomen on your upper thighs. David is not as padded as I am, so he may not feel that compression very much. But as he keeps exhaling, as you keep exhaling at home and you keep going deeper and deeper, you will feel your lower abdomen pressing on your upper thighs. So I'm going to get back and we're going to come up together. Clasp your palms together with your arms and your back nice and straight. Inhale, let's come up. Exhale and release. Now, we are going to take you into a very intense forward fold. It's in Sanskrit, we call it Prasarita Padotana Asana. Prasarita is widespread. Padota or pada, or ped in Latin. Pada is foot. And asana, of course, is posture. So Prasarita Padottanasana is when your legs are wide apart. This posture in the school that I came from is called Ugra Asana. Our school keeps everything very simple. Ugra means fierce. Either way, you're going to get a nice forward fold. So you know what? Let's turn this way. So we're going to turn to the right because we need that space on the mat. Bring your legs out you need to bring your legs out further than you normally would. And for David, he's much taller than I am, so his feet probably would be, his legs may be about 4 feet apart. Mine are about 3.5, I don't know. But you want to make sure you're further apart. Make sure you put your brakes on, so bring your toes in. In this posture, especially in this posture, you want to be nice and secure. When your feet are nice and firm on the ground, you want to inhale, bring your arms up to shoulder height, palms facing down. Keep inhaling, take your arms all the way overhead, palms facing in. Clasp your palms together in any manner you've been taught. I'm very comfortable crossing my fingers over, so that's what I'm going to do. We're going to exhale and fold from the hip, and this time we may use, and David, if you want to keep your blocks to demonstrate, we may use a foam block to show you how to make the connection to the floor. Exhale and fold. Place both your palms between the feet, and once your palms are nice and secure, if you wish, you can bring your feet out just a little more. First, I'm going to try at first to bring the top of my head to the floor without the help of blocks, and then we're going to use the blocks. Exhale, keep your elbows close to each other. It does not matter if the top of your head does not touch the floor today. It's okay. You should feel a wonderful, wonderful stretch on your adductor muscles, the inside of your thighs. Now, if you're a little tired today, you might want to use a block, a foam block or a towel, anything that will help close the distance between your forehead and the floor. Right now, I have this block at its lowest orientation. Make sure your toes are in. You don't want to slip. Now, once your block is right there placed securely between your palms, exhale and dip. Try to touch the top of your head to the foam block. Now, if you're more tired than usual, you may want to bring the block to the middle height. So turn it over to its side so you get a little more distance. You close in on the distance between your forehead or the top of your head and the floor, and try to touch the top of your head to the block. Some days you're going to feel very, very tired, so you want to bring it to the highest orientation. And then just rest your head. The idea in this posture is not just the forward fold, it's also to make sure you make that connection. You do not want to leave your head suspended in midair. This helps you relax. Now, if you don't have that and your forehead doesn't touch the floor, you're going to have blood rushing to your head, and that's not good for, especially if you're hypertensive, that's not going to be good for you. So now, when you are ready to come up, wiggle your feet a little closer till you feel it's safe for you to take your hands off of the floor. Clasp your palms together, keep your back nice and straight, and let's come up. Inhale, exhale, and release. We're going to wiggle our feet closer. And because we workshopped it for you, we at the studios held it for much longer. I'm sure, David, you were calling me names while you were there. But we needed to show folks at home that it's okay to be at different levels. So sorry about that. But I felt it too. It was a bit too much, but we needed to show them the different stages that it could be at. Okay, now we're going to go into a very relaxing forward fold. So we're going to face the cameras this time. Heels are together, toes are slightly apart, palms by your side. Inhale, bring your arms up to shoulder height, palms facing down. Keep inhaling, take your arms all the way overhead, palms facing in. Tricked ya. Cross your palms over, hold on to your opposite elbows, and once you've made that connection, wiggle your elbows behind your ear. Wiggle your arms, forearms behind your ears. Bring your chest out, tilt your pelvis forward, and hold for just a second. Keep inhaling. Now, take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, fold from the hip with a nice straight back. This posture in Sanskrit is called Uttana, or forward fold. But I think in North America you call it ragdoll, and that's probably because we need to flop over. But in yoga we never really flop over in a very distracted manner. It's always very focused, very deliberate. So this is one of the few postures where it's okay to suspend your head in midair because you already have made that connection by holding your opposite elbow. See, it's not like you're going to swing your arms and just leave your arms dangling down. You've made that connection. So hold. Feel the compression of your lower abdomen on your upper thighs. Now we're going to transition right from here into another forward fold. So place your palms about 8 to 10 inches in front of your feet. And then if your palms don't touch all the way down, as mine don't, just my fingertips go down, bend your knees just a little bit so that your palms are nice and secure. Take your left foot back and then your right foot, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. Now everyone knows this posture in North America as downward dog or Adho Mukha Svanasana. Not everyone may know it's also called Parvat or mountain. Now, once you're in that position, try and bring your heels down to the floor. If your heels do not touch today, if they don't touch the floor, use the block that we just did. Once you've made that connection, dip your head between your forearms, between your biceps, and keep exhaling. This is also a great posture for helping the pancreas do their job, because not only are you folding over, your thyroid is getting activated and your pancreas are nice and loose, nice and free. They're able to do whatever they need to do. Floating around, they've got enough room to move. So you want to activate all your inner glands and organs besides stretching your muscles. Now let's bring, because we are not going one posture to another, we have to very gently, coming out of this posture will be a little different than usual. Walk your legs, walk your feet close to your hands. Clasp your palms together. Inhale, come up with a straight back. Exhale and release. Let's see if we can do some seated forward folds. Okay, we did do a few seated forward folds yesterday, but that was only to counter the back bend. So let's come on our knees this time. We're going to take you through a posture called Shashank or rabbit. Have you done this one before, David?
Yeah.
It's very restful, right?
Mm-hmm.
The only difference is it looks very similar to the child posture. The difference between the rabbit posture that we're going to take you through now, David and I, and the child posture, the rest posture, is in rabbit, you have your arms out in front, palms are either facing in or flat, but the arms are alert, so you don't rest your arms. Whereas in child posture, you could bring your arms to the side or even in front, but you're resting. So this is an alert and active posture that we're going to take you through, but the idea is to do the forward fold. So let's sit on our heels, so feet are flat, you're sitting on your ankles actually. Bring your knees close together. You get the most out of the stretch by keeping your knees close. So now inhale, the arms up to shoulder height, palms facing down. Keep inhaling, take your arms all the way overhead. Clasp your palms together. And there's a little bit of a trick to this. It's a bit of a nasty trick, but you need to be aware of it. We're going to exhale and fold from the hip. The idea is to touch the forehead to the floor before the palms come on the floor. That's when you're engaging your low back muscle. So resist the temptation to bring your palms down first. It's easier said than done, and I find myself bringing my palms down. But we're going to try. We're going to use our low back muscles. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, fold from the hip. When you try to bring your forehead down, first you find that your body automatically leans forward. Now, once the forehead is down, place your palms on the ground. Your body leans forward to give you that extra stretch, and your low back starts tightening. It starts strengthening. Place your palms flat on the ground. Keep your buttocks on your heels. You don't want to lift your buttocks. And actually, David, hold it. You're okay to hold this for a while, right?
Yep.
Wonderful. David has this beautiful, and because you're also so tall, he's also very graceful despite his height. He's done this posture so beautifully and gracefully. It's a pleasure to watch you, David. See how his muscles, you can see his biceps and triceps are very alert. So his arms, his whole body is alert, and you can actually see how his arms are nice and outstretched. You can look at you got a nice, what do you call it? The definition, the muscle definition. I think the cameras would pick that up pretty easily. And notice how he has his back flat on his heels. So he's actually sitting down. You could lift your hips off of the floor. That is traditionally, that's the rabbit posture. But today we're going to relax a little bit because we want to feel the compression in the front of the body. He's also sitting on the soles of his feet, on his ankles actually, and his feet are facing each other. So that way he's nice and rested. So he's rested at the same time he's alert. So his body is resting, his mind is alert. Now, David, notice the difference. Place your elbows on the floor and tell us how you feel now. How does that feel? Keep talking. The mic is right there. It'll pick it up.
I feel more of a stretch.
When?
when I put the elbows down in my back.
You feel more of a stretch in your back when you put your elbows
Yeah.
down. Okay. And when you have your elbows up, your mind is a little more alert or no?
Yeah.
It better be, because that's what we want our viewers to feel. Now, you're right, but that's a very good observation. So when you have your elbows down, what's happening is it's pulling the body forward just a little more to have your elbows reach the floor. You feel a little more of a stretch. But I also noticed that your buttocks stayed where they are, which is good. That's what you want. You want to resist the temptation to lift your body off of your heels. Now, we're going to inhale, clasp your palms together. Inhale, let's come up with a nice straight back. Exhale and release. We're going to sit now with our legs extended in front of us. So first we're going to sit down with both our legs extended, then we fold one leg in. So actually no, let's just bring the right leg out. Let's keep the left leg folded in. Right leg is extended out. So your right leg is at an L to the left knee. So you want to make sure you're at 90 degrees. Your right foot is flexed, right knee is way out. And you want to move your body, you want to turn your body to face the extended leg. So you want to make sure so you feel a little bit of a stretch on your obliques on the left side. Now, we're going to go into a posture. We're going to take you through a posture called Janu Sirsha. Sirsha is head, Janu is knee. We're trying to get our head or forehead to the knee. As I mentioned before, that's not going to happen for me. It may happen for David today. But if your head does not touch your knee, it's okay. The idea is to make the effort and feel the stretch in the back of your legs. If you want to feel your forehead touching your knee, you may want to bend your knee just a little bit. But just know that you're not going to feel that stretch. So you're not going to get the most out of your stretch. But just to get the sensation of touching your head to the knee, you can do that for a few seconds. Now, inhale your arms up to shoulder height, palms facing down. Keep inhaling, take your arms all the way overhead, palms facing in. Clasp your palms together, bring your biceps behind your ears. Lift your chest up, lift your torso up. Exhale, take a nice deep breath in first. Exhale, fold from the hip with a straight back. If you feel that you can and you want to clasp your hands around your extended foot, the foot on your extended leg, you can do that once you've made that connection. Now, if you're not able to get there today, notice how David has got both his hands over his right foot. If your hands don't reach there today, it's okay. Place them at the ankles or at the shin, even at the knee. It's okay. In seated stretches, you can place your hand on your knee because you're not going to hurt yourself. It's not going to go back. So you can hold on to your right big toe as well and pull. So you should feel that stretch. If you really want to feel the forehead touching your knee, lift your knee just a little bit. But I'm going to now straighten my knee again. Hold it. Now another way, actually hold that, David. Another way, actually maybe on the other side, I'm going to sit on a block and show you. Let's inhale, clasp our palms together. Let's come up. Exhale and release. Let's switch legs. This time you want to make sure you stretch both sides of the body. So extend your left leg out, right leg. You tuck the sole of your right foot into the inner, attach the sole of your right foot to the inside of your upper left thigh. So your extended leg, left leg, is at an L with the bent right knee. Flex your left foot, turn your body to face the extended leg. Inhale, the arms up, palms facing down. Keep inhaling, take your arms all the way overhead, clasp your palms together. Now straighten your torso, take a deep breath in, exhale, fold from the hip. Janu Sirsha. Keep that name in mind. 5, thank you, Rich. Keep the name in mind, head to knee, so that'll help you remember that the idea in this posture is to keep reaching for your knee with your forehead. But also in this particular sequence, the idea is to just feel a nice compression of your lower abdomen on your upper thighs. One thigh at a time in this posture, and the next one, it'll be compression against both thighs. Let's inhale, clasp your palms together. Let's come up. Now keep your arms where they are. Extend the right leg out. We're going to take you through a posture called Paschimottanasana. Paschimottan is bird beak. Sometimes, David, we have participants who think of their favorite birds. So one person may call herself a toucan, another is a hummingbird, whatever. So it helps to remember that we are folding over to look like the beak of a bird. So if it helps you, think of a bird, think of your favorite bird, and fold over. Clasp your palms together. Keep your back straight. Inhale, exhale, fold from the hip. Especially in this posture, if your palms go over the soles of your feet, that's wonderful. But if you're not quite there yet today, you can hold on to your big toes. That will help you pull your body forward. And if you're already there, if you're already, all the way to the front, some of you may have your whole palm in front of you, the soles of your feet, then you want to try and place your elbows on the floor. Today, I'm able to just keep a hold of my big toes. The idea is to just feel that wonderful stretch in the back of the body and the beautiful, beautiful compression of your lower abdomen on your upper thighs. Clasp your palms. Let's inhale, come up. Exhale and release. Did Rich say 6 minutes, right? 5? Okay, so now we probably have about 3. We're doing actually pretty good for time. Let me see where we are. Okay, great. Now we're going to do a fold over. It's called Maha Mudra, grand gesture. Let's sit on our heels. So David and I are going to sit on our heels. This is one time, oh no, we already showed you how to do that. We're not doing a fold where we can use the belt today. Never mind, so maybe another day. Okay, sit on your heels. Keep your knees close together. Take your arms from behind. Clasp the opposite elbows. So you can clasp the opposite elbows, or if you feel you want to challenge yourself a little more today, you can do what's called a reverse namaste. And beautiful. David, turn around. Show them. I want them to see notice how David has both his palms together. You look very comfortable. That's beautiful. So stay there. You're going to have your back to the camera this time. Let's sit on 2 minutes. Great. Let's sit on our heels. I'm going to clasp my opposite elbows because we're going to fold over. So with my palms together, folding over is a little harder. So we're going to exhale and fold from the hip. Exhale and fold. When you fold over, if your palms come undone, that's okay. Just hold on to the opposite elbows. Inhale, engage your low back muscles. Let's come up with a straight back. And let's release the arms. We have one more posture, and that's actually 2 more. Before we go into supine position, I just want to tell our viewers, thanks for staying with us. This is Yogaxpress, and you're watching Yogaxpress. My name is Banu Suresh. David Teitel. Thank you, David, for coming back. It's been a pleasure to have you here on the show. Thanks to Rich and Jeanette. This episode has been possible. Rich, thanks for the studio's lightings and the sound, and Jeanette, thanks for directing our show today. Let's come in supine position. Let's come on our backs. Okay, you want to have your head to the camera, David. So that's it. Good. I'm going to take my fancy clip off of my hair. We're going to go into a posture called Happy Baby. The idea is just to feel a compression, so it's a little bit of a forward fold anyway. It's going inside. So take your knees off of the floor. Place your palms on the soles of your feet. Now you know why you want your head to the camera.
Yeah.
Now you want to exhale and push your knees down to the side. So you want to feel a nice compression of your upper thigh on your lower abdomen this time. And then hug yourself for a wonderful job today. So bring your knees close into your chest. From Happy Baby, we're going into Pinda or spinal rocking. So all you do is just rock. Move from side to side. You should get a wonderful sacral massage. And some schools have also taught me to just keep going forward and back. So you could do that too. It's giving your sacrum a beautiful, beautiful massage, helps you relax.